James Edward Ingram was an American singer, songwriter, and record producer. He was a two-time Grammy Award winner and a two-time Academy Award nominee for Best Original Song. After beginning his career in 1973, Ingram charted 8 top 40 hits on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart from the early 1980s until the early 1990s, as well as 13 top 40 hits on the Hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart. Michel Jean Legrand was a French musical composer, arranger, conductor, and jazz pianist. Legrand was a prolific composer, having written over 200 film and television scores, in addition to many songs. His scores for 2 of the films of French New Wave director Jacques Demy, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg and The Young Girls of Rochefort, earned Legrand his first Academy Award nominations. Legrand won his first Oscar for the song The Windmills of Your Mind from the Thomas Crown Affair. Windsor Davies was a British actor. He is best remembered for playing Battery Sergeant Major Williams in the sitcom It Ain't Half Hot Mum over its entire run. The show's popularity resulted in Davies and his co-star Donna Stell achieving a UK #1 hit with a version of Whispering Grass in 1975. He later starred with Donald Sinden in Never the Twain, 1981-1991, and his deep, Welsh-accented voice was heard extensively in advertising voiceovers. Stuart Robert Einstein was an American actor, comedy writer, and producer. He created and performed the satirical stuntman character Super Dave Osborne, and was also known for his roles as Marty Funkhauser in Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry Middleman on Arrested Development. Einstein got his start on several television variety shows, including the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour and the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour. Mark David Hollis was an English musician and singer-songwriter. He achieved commercial success and critical acclaim in the 1980s and 1990s as the co-founder, lead singer, and principal songwriter of the band Talk Talk. Hollis wrote or co-wrote most of Talk Talk's music, including hits like It's My Life and Life's What You Make It, and in later works developed an experimental, contemplative style. Karl Otto Lagerfeld was a German fashion designer. Lagerfeld began his career in fashion in the 1950s, working for several top fashion houses, including Balmain, Patou, and Chloé, before joining Chanel in 1983. As the creative director of Chanel from 1983 until his death, he oversaw every aspect of the fashion house's creative output, from designing collections to overseeing advertising campaigns and store displays. Blaine Cameron Johnson, known professionally as Cadet, was a British rapper. Blaine Johnson began pursuing a career as a rapper in 2011, releasing a number of freestyles through YouTube outlets such as OSM Vision and Link Up TV. His debut project, The Commitment, was released in 2016, followed by The Commitment 2 the following year. He is perhaps best known for his single Advice, featuring Deno, which peaked at number 14 on the UK singles chart. Albert Finney was an English actor. He attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art and worked in the theatre before attaining fame for movie acting during the early 1960s, debuting with The Entertainer, 1960, directed by Tony Richardson, who had previously directed him in theatre. He maintained a successful career in theatre, movies, and television. He is known for his roles in Saturday Night and Sunday Morning, 1960, Tom Jones, 1963, Two for the Road, 1967, Scrooge, 1970, Annie, 1982. Jeremy James Hardy was an English comedian. Born and raised in Hampshire, Hardy studied at the University of Southampton and began his stand-up career in the 1980s. going on to win the Perrier Comedy Award at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in 1988. He is best known for his appearances on radio panel shows such as The News Quiz and I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. Roger Charlery, known professionally as Ranking Roger, was an English musician. He was a vocalist in the 1980s ska band, The Beat, known in North America as the English Beat, and later new wave band, General Public. He subsequently was the frontman for a reformed Beat lineup. The Ranking moniker is short for top ranking or high ranking, and was a titular boast common amongst reggae music MCs. Noel Scott Engel, better known by his stage name Scott Walker, was an American-British singer-songwriter and record producer who resided in England. Walker was known for his emotive voice and his unorthodox stylistic path, which took him from being a teen pop icon in the 1960s to an avant-garde musician from the 1990s to his death. Walker's success was largely in the United Kingdom, where he achieved fame as a member of pop trio the Walker Brothers. Keith Charles Flint was an English singer and a vocalist of the electronic dance act The Prodigy. Starting out as a dancer for the group, he became the lead vocalist and performed on the group's 2 UK #1 singles, Firestarter and Breathe, both released in 1996. He was also the lead singer of his own band, Flint. Flint owned a motorcycle racing team, Team Traction Control, which won 4 Isle of Man TT races in 2015 and 2016 and competed in the British Superbike Championship. Randall William Rhodes was an American guitarist. He was the co-founder and original guitarist of the heavy metal band Quiet Riot, and the guitarist and co-songwriter for Ozzy Osbourne's first 2 solo albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman. Rhodes was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021. Originally educated in classical guitar, Rhodes combined these early influences with heavy metal, helping form a subgenre later known as neoclassical metal. Anna Judith Gertrude Helene Kerr was a German-born British writer and illustrator whose books sold more than 10 million copies around the world. She created both enduring picture books, such as the Mog series and The Tiger Who Came to Tea, and acclaimed novels for older children, such as the semi-autobiographical When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit, which gave a child's eye view of escaping Hitler's persecution in the Second World War. Andreas Nikolaus Niki Lauda was an Austrian racing driver and aviation entrepreneur. He was a 3-time Formula One World Drivers' Champion, winning in 1975, 1977 and 1984, and is the only driver in Formula One history to have won a championship for both Ferrari and McLaren, the sport's 2 most successful constructors. Lauda was an aviation entrepreneur who founded and ran 3 airlines, Lauda Air, Niki, and Lauda. Tada Source, nicknamed Grumpy Cat, was an American internet celebrity cat. She was known for her permanently grumpy facial appearance, which was caused by an underbite and feline dwarfism. She came to prominence when a photograph of her was posted on September 22, 2012, on social news website Reddit by Brian Bunderson, the brother of her owner, Tabitha Bunderson. Lolcats and parodies created from the photograph by Reddit users became popular. José Antonio Reyes Calderón was a Spanish professional footballer who played mainly as a left winger and also as a forward. He made his debut for Sevilla aged 16 and signed for English club Arsenal in January 2004, winning the Premier League and FA Cup in his spell in London. He returned to Spain in September 2006 on loan with Real Madrid, where he won La Liga. He then moved to Atletico Madrid and won the Europa League twice.